How's it, guys? This is Davey FPL and welcome back to the Deadline with Davey live stream. Feels good to be back. Obviously game week 17 didn't have one of these streams, so I do apologize for that, but I was away on holiday. But don't worry, we are back now, ready to approach game week 18, game week 19, game week 20 as they come thick and fast over this festive period. So hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. If you do celebrate it, Merry Christmas. Game week 18 is going to be happening in about 54 minutes on this Boxing Day, wherever you guys are around the world. So thanks for joining me on this public holiday here in South Africa, whether it is a public holiday in your country. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's going to be a massive day full of footy. And as always, just let me know if the audio and the video look good. Just give me a second to bring up the chat on screen and just to get everything ready. You guys can get your questions ready if you want to. I'll be going over the -4 I've already taken. So those of you that didn't watch my team selection or transfer plan videos, you won't know that I already made a -4. Did this a few days ago. Brought in Bruno as well as Isaac. And the players that departed were obviously Saka with that long-term injury, as well as Cunha. Cunha has survived the ban though. If you guys have Cunha, don't worry. He's still going to play Manchester United. Pretty sure he's actually going to play game week 19 as well. So I don't exactly know when that ban is going to come into full effect. But yeah, you guys can still play him if you want to. I just was priced out, as you guys can see just above here. Okay, you guys can't really see that, but like that way. 0.0 in the bank. So I had to move for Isaac if I wanted. I don't think this is a very priority move that you guys have to do. I mean, Aston Villa at home is not the best game in the world. I just, as mentioned, these are more kind of long-term moves. Wanted Isaac in the future anyways, so rather would just kind of bite the bullet, take the -4 now. Pretty sure that pays off in the future medium term, and that's saying kind of Cunha and Isaac. So in terms of captain, as Saeed is asking, it's pretty no-brainer this week. It's going to be Mo Salah. If you ask about the triple captaincy, I think it's a bit tougher because if you have the triple captain, I would probably still use it on Salah in the upcoming double. It might not be double game week 24, it might be double game week 25, but I think I would reserve that chip for the double game week now that you guys have that advantage of all us Haaland triple captain as getting 6 points. Thanks Marius for saying that all the sound and video look good. And we've had a few other questions. Saeed also asking my team value. It is, as of this morning, 1.04, so 104 million.0. Where's the tan? I think I'm a little bit more tan than I was. I don't think the saturation on this camera is doing me justice, but got a little bit of a tan, I won't lie. Luckily didn't burn too much. Brandon, Ryan, how's it? Machi, how are you doing? Hopefully you had a good Christmas. And Vincent is saying finally he can join a deadline stream. So good to have you here, Vincent. And your question is, start João Pedro or Rico Lewis if we have the leak that he starts? I'd probably just go for João Pedro. Man City's defense hasn't been fantastic. I just go for the attacker. Schizoface saying happy holidays to you too, brother. And Ty the Footy guy has been a member for 34 months. So nearly approaching that 2-year mark. Thanks for the continued support, Ty. And hopefully you had a great festive period. FPL Hits is saying, how's it, happy holidays? I gambled on Foden and got Isaac for Cunha. Currently at 82k. Good luck with this game week. I'm sorry, Hits, I won't lie. If I could afford Foden, I probably would have gone for him. I just like the punt a lot with those fixtures. I just couldn't afford him. So he was about 1 mil more expensive than a Bruno or someone like an Odegaard. So I couldn't stretch to him. But if you could get Saka and Foden, I think you're in a pretty good place. So those are the moves I would have done if I could afford them. Connor's saying, I hope you had a good Christmas. I did. It was a pretty relaxed one. Would you play Rodgers or Semenyo? I think I would go for Semenyo. I think that they're looking pretty good. I think it's going to be close between them. It's almost like a good kind of question to have because it means your team's pretty well set up. But I think Newcastle have been looking better against some of the higher octane teams. Look, it could be an absolute goal fest. I mean, both are pretty attacking sides. I think Semenyo, though, looks pretty strong. So I would go for him just slightly. I can go over projected points, so it's probably a good situation to use it in. So just give me a second here while I search it up. Okay. Okay, I think Semenyo just edges it slightly. I'd also go for him. Start Semenyo Rogers. Okay, Milos also asking the same question, so I would go for Semenyo over Rogers. If you guys have the same question, that's my answer on that. I think it's close between them. I think, look, either of those two players could bang. I just like Bournemouth slightly more in this kind of matchup. Would you get Saka in? Who would you get in for Saka from -4? Already got Aït-Nouri to Trent. So, Paulie, what you could do is just play your bench option. Like if you, like me, have Enzo, the -4 might be okay to just play him. In terms of a -4, I think it just would be any selection. I think I would get Saka out for that. He's probably going to drop in value more. Any player that you bring in hopefully gets 2 points. It's almost like a no-brainer because Saka gets you 0 points over the next 8 weeks. So it's a very low-risk kind of transfer. So whoever you would bring in for free, I think for a hit is pretty similar. If you like me, I've gone for Bruno. I think Odegaard's also a pretty good replacement. I like Foden as a punt if you can afford him. I'd probably say that Foden would have been who I would have got if I could afford him. Otherwise, I like Ismail Assar if you want to go cheaper. I really like the upgrade of, I know Haaland hasn't been great, but if you could get Haaland and then you could go for like a Ismail Assar, that would be perfect. Bench options would be Hall, Raul Jimenez, and Robinson. Okay, so those options, yeah. I would probably just take the hit, to be honest. I think anyone that you bring in, Odegaard, Bruno, Ismail Assar, they could pay off that hit pretty comfortably. How's it going, Dave? I hope you had a good Christmas, fella, says Chris. I did. It was a pretty good one. Pretty busy. I kind of split it between family and friends, so got the best of both worlds. But yeah, pretty good one. Got some nice gifts. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you want to shout out any gift that you got, you guys can put that in chat. With Saka injured, I'm pondering a -4 to do João Pedro to Jesus. Yeah, Morris, I agree with you. I don't think it's a massive fight to put out, though, with Brentford at home. I think that's a pretty strong fixture. So I don't know if I would do it from -4 this week. Who's the best replacement for Saka below 8 mil? I think it's either... Let me just check how much is Martinelli, because I think he's a pretty good replacement. So I would say Martinelli or I would say Sarr. It just depends on which kind of attack you want to jump onto. Obviously, Crystal Palace have great fixtures coming up, but Arsenal probably the better attack. I'd say between those two, like Martinelli probably the safer option. Safe in terms of punt, but at that price point, they're all punts. But I like Ismail Assar as well. I'm going to go for Diaz due to money restrictions. Not very confident. Okay, actually, Milos, Diaz is also a good replacement. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the Liverpool attack is so rotation prone. So, like literally this week, if you go and look at projected lineups, some people have Diaz starting, some people don't. If your player starts this week, which you want them to, they might not start game week 19. So there's a bit too much rotation there, for example. But they're still great assets. I mean, Diaz over how many 30 minutes could still do damage. Did you have peppermint crisp tart? Ty? No, I wish we did. I think we had like fruitcake, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So I would have loved peppermint crisp more. I can't afford Cunha to Isaac, got 1.8. What would you do? I just keep Cunha, to be honest, Cameron. What you could do is you could go for Jesus, but I think I would just keep Cunha and play him until he gets banned, because he won't get banned this week. Game week 19, probably not as well. So you'll get 2 more weeks out of him, and United at home's not the worst fixture. Saying that, though, I'm starting the lot. Let's hope that he keeps a clean sheet. Who would you bench, Pedro, Semenyo, or Cunha? That's a tough one. I might say Cunha. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I probably would say Cunha. It's close though. Phil Jota starts the next 2. I don't know if he'll start the next 2. I think he definitely I think he probably starts Leicester if I had to give my prediction. But I think with these current kind of injury illness form, I don't know if he starts both games. I think that they might give Darwin one. They might give Darwin this game, to be honest. Just because it's easier on paper. So that's I just, as I said, like even as a Liverpool fan, I can't tell you who starts this game, to be honest. Semenyo or Ahmad to start. Now that's tough. Actually, I think, okay, there's a lot of benching questions, so let me bring up the projected goals. And maybe this will help some of those projections. Okay, let me just kind of filter it. Okay, cool. So these are from Rob TFPL. You guys can see is at top of the screen. So these are going to be the SpreadX data odds. I didn't do an ultimate guide this week because of Christmas, so these will be the kind of numbers we use for the game week. And as you guys can see, there's one team that stands out massively here, and that's going to be Liverpool. 3.85 is the highest projected goals this season. It's literally insane. So that's why I can understand the appeal of going for a Liverpool attacker. And if you can nail one that starts, you could be on for a massive haul here. So a lot of questions about kind of Aston Villa assets. You guys can see projected goals aren't very high. Semenyo with Bournemouth is higher than Aston Villa. United and Bournemouth are quite close. So between Ahmad and Semenyo, that might be like a projected goals debate yet again. So let me see if I can go for... Okay, projected points are super close. It's like, it's very, I would say, I'd say I trust Bournemouth's attack more than United, so that's why I would go for Semenyo. But between them, it's super close. So also João Pedro here, 2.15, pretty decent projected goals. I think that's an okay sort of metric. And then also Arsenal, super high at 3.05. In terms of defense, it's pretty expected. Liverpool looking good, Arsenal looking good, Man City looking good. And that's why this week could be an absolutely massive score. If you look at Liverpool, newly promoted side. Arsenal, newly promoted side. Man City, Everton, and then who do we have? So okay, it's West Ham. So not many people own West Ham assets, but the matchups this week are so good. And that's why there's a lot of benching concerns. But I think hopefully we should be on the right end of those rotations. Chris asking, thinking of Raul to Isaac from -4, would be benching one of Mazraoui, Andy Robertson, Porro, or João Pedro for him. So not sure it's worth it. So I wouldn't mind benching Porro out of those assets. Even Mazraoui. I don't think Mazraoui offers the highest attacking threat. So I would say Raul to Isaac looks strong, especially if Raul Jimenez is benched yet again. I don't know if he will be. I think he might start this one, but even if he does, it's Chelsea. So Chris, I think that -4 looks good, and I might just bench Pedro Porro. Which player with high could potentially be rotated? I'm worried about Jackson, to be honest. I don't know elsewise. I mean, João Pedro could be rotated, but I don't think so. I mean, maybe some of the Liverpool assets, maybe they're quite highly owned. I don't know if this is going to be the week. I think maybe next week is the one that there's rotation. Do you plan to get Crystal Palace assets? Yes, could be Mateta going forward. Yeah, so I'm looking at getting in Munoz and then potentially Sarr in for Semenyo in game week 20. I think game week 19 they have Chelsea or some other. It's one of the better teams. But then in game week 20 they start that 3 run. That's great. So I'm looking at maybe Semenyo to Ismaila Sarr that week. But yes, I could potentially also look at Munoz next week. Actually, I think it's game week 21 that... The game week 20 they have Chelsea, game week 21 they have the good fixture run. So next week maybe looking at Munoz in for Dalot, then use those funds to get Ismaila Sarr game week 21. Start Jackson or Rogers at Robinson. No, I just start Jackson, to be honest. Play Cunha or Rogers. Neither look like they'll score many points this week. I think I'll just go for Cunha because he's on penalties. Bench Semenyo or Sarr. I'd play Semenyo because it's a home game and they projected to score more points. Jandre is saying, I'm so confused. I can't choose between Haaland and Foden. Who do you think has the higher upside in the next couple of weeks? Haaland, definitely. Because Foden might be rotated. So even though Haaland's so much more expensive, if you can afford him, I would still go for Haaland. What's your thought on the assistant manager chip? Also thoughts on triple captaining Salah. I think, Chris, it's fine, but I would just hold it to the double. Because you guys, if you have the triple captain, you've been blessed with a postponement due to weather. That's like unprecedented. So what you guys can now do is you have this double game week where I would use it on Salah. And even though he might have a massive score this week, in terms of odds, it's always will be high in a double game week. So Darth, you didn't miss much. We're just looking at projected points, projected goals, that sort of thing. And my team, I've already made my moves. So if you've seen the team selection, you're already caught up. How do you feel like Rob's going to find that? Big upset. I'm quite sad as a FaZe. I wouldn't say supporter, but I do like FaZe. Any free memberships to celebrate the festive season? Vincent, you should be dropping... That should be your Christmas present to me as a mod. You should be giving me those free memberships. Just played my wild card. Let's hope it goes well. Tracy, hopefully it does. Hopefully it goes well for you. I think this is a massive week to do a wildcard in. Question, did you include Haaland? Because that'd be an interesting kind of topic for me. Salah, yeah, I'm talking about CS2. Cunha to Isaac from -4. Yeah, Salah, I've already done that move. So I can't tell you guys not to do it if I've done it, if you get what I'm saying. Odegaard or Bruno, I've gone for Bruno, so that's who I'm preferring, but Odegaard's also sufficient. I'd say it was like 55% to 45%. Thoughts on Szoboszlai's Saka replacement? Don't want Bruno and Ahmad, says Tyler. He's okay. It's the same thing with any Liverpool player except for Salah. That attack is going to be rotated. Szoboszlai might be switched out for Jones this week. I wouldn't be confident of starts in every game, but even off the bench there might be some damage. But instead of Szoboszlai, I might go for Luis Diaz or Jota just because they're playing more advanced. Would you take out Guardiola for Trent from -4? No, not this week. I think I'll just keep Guardiola. I think the clean sheet chance is still pretty high. Cunha to Jesus. That's a punt to a punt. A lot of people have been asking me about this move. I think it's fine. I think as long as you kind of accept that this is going to be a potential punt transfer. I mean, Cunha could still do well against United, but I would say Jesus does better over the upcoming game weeks. He is on 4 yellow cards though, so just watch out for that. But I would probably say, that I'd potentially look at it as long as you understand that it's more of a punt. Kylo GG saying happy Boxing Day. Cunha or Johnson to start? I don't know. Is Johnson gonna start this one? Because I've seen there has been some rotation. I might just go for Cunha because he's on penalties. I think the upside of those two assets, though, isn't the highest in the world. And also, Nottingham Forest have been defensively okay. Hall or Dalot to start, I'd go for Dalot. It's easy for me now because I don't own Cunha, so I'm kind of hoping that Wolves blank. What you guys can do here is you can actually look at the projected sort of goals. United, slightly higher chance of a clean sheet. Diaz being benched today, can't see why people have put him in easy game. So I guess that's true, but I think that he could come off the bench and score. And in terms of Trent being a risk, maybe, but I think his fitness has improved. So maybe he starts 60 and then is benched. But in terms of the natural replacements for that kind of those fullbacks, there's not many currently fit. So yes, maybe Joe Gomez plays there or Kwanzaa plays there, but I don't like the look of that as a Liverpool fan. Like when they've played it hasn't been great. Okay, cool. Vincent saying check Twitter. This better be good. Okay, thanks, Vincent. I appreciate the tag. This is what Vincent tags me in. Picture of Bruno in a protective boot. However, that is from April 2023, so we should be okay. But thank you for the tag. I do always appreciate your bang on content. Thank you for that privilege. Okay, I'll keep the projects for maybe 5 more minutes. It seems like there's a lot of people with kind of benching concerns. Play Cunha or Semenyo? I'd go for Semenyo. Joe is saying, I hope you had a nice Christmas. Thank you. Hopefully you did too, Joe. Start Enzo over Rodgers, already starting Palmer and Jackson. So yeah, this is like similar to what I did last week, is I just hedged the fixture. I said, listen, I own Jackson, I own Palmer. I hope Chelsea bang. I'm just going to put Enzo in there anyways. So I would probably just say do it. I think there's maybe a higher chance. I think Rodgers is a better FPL asset, but I would just hedge the fixture. I just feel like Enzo over Semenyo might be a bit too much. So that's why I'm not starting him. Any early team news for Man City? Okay, let me actually go check Twitter now and see if there has been anything. I don't see anything at the moment. Yeah, nothing at the moment. Hopefully we get some early team news. Actually, because I don't own Man City assets, let's hope we don't get early team sheet news and there's mass rotation with them. But no, for you guys that own those City assets, I think your patience should be repaid, to be honest. Start Enzo or Cunha? I'd go for Cunha, Ryan. Tarika saying, I've got the same team, but Kulusevski instead of Semenyo, and Mazraoui instead of Delot. Who to downgrade to bring Cunha in for Isaac? Please help. I think now, if you have to do a downgrade, I would just keep Cunha. If it's for a hit, I just keep Cunha this week. Aston Villa's not the best fixture. The only reason I did it was I was priced out if Isaac grows in price. So if you haven't done it already and you're already priced out, I just keep Cunha and assess next week. Start Sa or Cunha. This is a tough one. Maybe Sa. Crystal Palace have been improving. Yeah, these are tough. These are tough benching dilemmas that some of you guys do have. I'm hoping there's not big swings between them, but there might be. I'd say Sa. Actually, I don't know. The penalties for Cunha kind of give him a bit of flavor. So, and United's defense hasn't been spectacular. So, but this is one I would just play it down to the expected goals. I would just go for Sa because they projected to score more goals. Just take like the subjectivity out of it. Just make it objective. Use projected goals. Use projected points. So if you do that, it's Sa over Cunha. I would start Hu Jensen. Is that how you say it? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but I think I would go for him rather. It's close between them, but yeah. Boxing Day has historically been high-scoring games. Probably a few hat-tricks coming today. Vincent, as long as it's players in my team, if every player in my team can score a hattie, then I will be okay with that. But yeah, the Boxing Day games are usually pretty good, but I think the next week ones, the Game Week 19 games, might be even better because the short turnaround should cause rotation as well as kind of tiredness. So I think maybe Game Week 19's games will be better. Is Diaz benched? I haven't seen anything on Twitter as of now. We might get some early team sheet news, but Liverpool play at 10 tonight, so I doubt it. Yeah, I don't see anything about the Liverpool lineup, but as mentioned, they play late tonight, so... Can you do the best wildcard in Game Week 19? I'll try and remember. The only thing is there's a very quick turnaround between Game Week 18 and 19, so I can't say I'll do a wildcard draft. But it's congrats for waiting this long to use a wildcard. That's a OG Davies strat. I used to do that in the seasons where I finished super high. I used to do that. Just ride out the wildcard till the last week as possible. Expecting Diaz to start. I won't lie. I don't expect Diaz to start personally. He might though, but I think that because he's played so many minutes, he might be rested for the easier fixture. That's no offense to Leicester fans, but I'm pretty sure you're also expecting a few goals. Vipin saying any news on the City lineup? None as of yet. I'll keep refreshing Twitter, and you guys can tag me if you guys see any early team sheet news. Just don't get baited by any fake news though. Shaylin is saying, I'm currently 150 overall. Would you recommend taking a punt on Jota today? Trying to get into top 50 always. Thank you, Shaylin. Like you've said, a punt on Jota, so you accept the fact that it is a punt. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I would probably say what makes the Liverpool debate tough is that I think Jota is more likely to start this week, but then Diaz is more likely to start the medium term. So it's almost like, where are you going to isolate Jota and Diaz? Is it going to be like a 3-week punt, a 5-week punt? Because if it's a 1-week punt, I'd go for Jota because he's more likely to start potentially. But Diaz is the better medium-term pick. So it's kind of where you weight that. But I'm fine with it. Any Liverpool asset as a punt is okay because even if they're benched, last 30 minutes, they might score a hattie anyways. So it's okay. Start Diaz or Enzo? Akash, please start Diaz. Who would you suggest instead of the lot? Do you have Mazraoui as a good replacement? No, I wouldn't go for Mazraoui. I would just go for Munoz now. Can you afford Munoz at 4.7? Because then just bring him in because they've got great fixtures in the upcoming game weeks. Ninad saying, hi, Merry Christmas. Thank you to you too. Start Ahmad or Enzo? Thanks. I would start Enzo just because of the projected goals. It's close between them two, though, to be honest. Vipin is also asking, is it advisable to bring in any City players looking at their favorable run? Yes, I think it's okay to bring them in. I would say defensively, I don't know about Guardiola because he might be playing centre-back and then they offers a lot less attacking threat. Could still score off set pieces, though. I like Foden, though, if you accept him as a punt. And if you can afford Haaland, I mean, why not just go for it? Who's Munoz? Okay, so Munoz is this player from Crystal Palace. Here we go. Can you see this? Yeah, this is... So the reason is because you can see here, Southampton next week. Then they've got Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, Everton. Great fixtures. So I'm looking to bring Munoz in next week. Then Ismaila Sarr from game week 21 maybe, when they've got Leicester, West Ham, Brentford. But yeah, Munoz is probably the hot property in terms of defense if you guys are looking for a defender this week. Start Fabianski or Flecken? I would go for Fabianski. Tyler's saying, torn between Odegaard and Martinelli. Yeah, it is hard. So Odegaard is the boring pick. Martinelli is the more exciting punt pick. Odegaard more guaranteed for minutes and maybe points potential because of the set pieces, but Martinelli is just so much more attacking. So I understand why you are torn. What I would probably say, Tyler, is what I would do is look at your future plans, and let's just say you need money in the bank to do a big upgrade next week, like a Trent or someone like that. Then I would go for Martinelli because he's cheaper. Then what you're kind of doing is you taking the debate out of player versus player, and you're saying, what potential future moves could I do with Martinelli versus an Odegaard? If you don't need the money, then I might just go for Odegaard and just be boring. I have Ahmad, Enzo, and Semenyo. Which two start and which is benched? Okay, so who would I start out of these two? I'd start Semenyo definitely, and I would... Ahmad or Enzo? I'd go for Enzo. At home, Chelsea's attack is better than United's, but it is what it is. Krishna saying, hope you had a good Christmas. Thank you, you too. What do you think about the Salah triple captain? Him against Danny Ward could be a cricket score. I agree with you. I think I said the same thing in my team selection, that it could be a cricket score. The only thing, though, is that you've been blessed with a double game week potentially in game week 25, which would be, let's just check, for example, it's either 24-25. It's either Bournemouth Everton or Wolves Everton. I would definitely kind of keep it for the double game week. I understand this week might be a score. I just feel like that double game week might be better. But if you want to use it this week, then I back it. It's just I'm always more like sort of odds and stats based, and on a double game week, the odds are more likely for a high score. Who is the best 5.3 keeper from game week 19 onwards? I mean, you could go for like a Henderson from Crystal Palace. He could be okay. Other than that, I mean, it would be Ray or Allison, and both of those are priced out your bracket, I think. So, Vincent, I'll just go for Henderson probably. Matoma or Johnson to start? Matoma. Which two to start between Rogers, Semenyo, and Cunha? I'd go Semenyo and Cunha probably. Salah posted the Christmas tree wooden triple captain. That is true. Let's see if that jinx is higher than the kind of early kickoff glitch. Or not glitch, just kind of superstition. Slamming is saying, Merry Xmas, play Wan-Bissaka or Robinson for this week. I'd play Wan-Bissaka definitely. Any more transfers for today? I'm on a family holiday, might not stay to the end. No, SH, unless we get some mad news. Okay, sorry, actually, I don't even have the team properly here. No one's even said anything. Sorry, guys, I do apologize for that one. There we go. So that's the team. I'm not expecting any other moves. If you guys have to go, I understand. It is a Boxing Day, family holiday time. It's probably going to be no moves unless we get some shock injury news or something like that. So if you guys have to go, it's the festive period. I'll forgive you for that one. But yeah, as of now, no other extra moves. Yeah, and I don't see anything on Twitter as of yet, so I think it should be pretty okay. Yeah, nothing as of yet. So yeah. David triple captain Jocks, as mentioned, I think I'd keep it for the double coming up. Foden finally got his first Prem goal. I think he's going to start scoring on. Yeah, front if I could afford Foden, I think I would have probably punted on him. Chris, sorry, can't remember if you answered this. What's your thoughts or plans on the new chip? So I won't lie, I don't really enjoy the new chip. I just think it's too much planning for it. I don't know when I'm going to use it, if I'm honest with you. I'll probably see when the Liverpool double game week is around, and then I'll see if I use it then. Thanks, Gregory. Appreciate it, brother. Jim is saying, is Cunha suspended? No, he's not. And I think he'll be okay for game week 19 even. So I think the FA referee or whatever panel is going to be on holiday. So I think game week 18, 19 he's probably going to be okay for. So I would just play him if you do have him. Omar says he's going to come from the future. Isaac going to blank and Cunha score a Hattie buy. I mean, it wouldn't be past Manchester United to give Cunha a Hattie, I won't lie. Apart from Salah, who else to captain? Okay, so if you guys want to captain someone else, I can back it. Actually, I can't back it. You guys should captain Salah, please. I don't want that. I don't want that on my head telling you not to captain Salah, because this week could be massive. But let's just say I'm being held hostage and you're asking me who to captain besides Salah. I think Palmer's okay. I think Haaland would be my second favorite. I think if you can go for Haaland, do it. Obviously go for Salah though, first of all. But if you want an alternative, I think Haaland's my favorite. Otherwise, Arsenal assets also good, Ipswich. But yeah, I think Palmer's also up there. But yeah, please captain Salah basically. Play Enzo Rogers. I've Palmer and Jack. I'd hedge it. I'd go for Enzo. It's the same with me, but I do prefer Semenyo. Just joined. No, I'm just saying, Harry, if I was to be held hostage and you would tell me that who would to captain besides Salah? How are you in the cup game? I haven't even checked my cup game. I lost. I lost to this team. Oh, of course. Isaac captain. No, I just owned Isaac, sorry. Yeah, so I'm out of the cup. Thanks for that. I was having a pleasant day until I was reminded by Gregory that I'm out of the cup. I lost by 1 point. Okay, well, I guess I won by 1 point, yeah. So, Connor Spencer, if you're in the chat, let's see if he... Okay, he's not in any other YouTubers' league, so we'll let him pass. If he was in one of the other YouTubers' leagues, we would have had some beef. But yeah, Connor Spencer, congrats, you beat me in the cup. Hopefully you guys are still in the cup. I don't think the cup matters, to be honest, but yeah. I was following you, but then you didn't stream for a game week, and now my team value is 1 million apart. Sorry, Said. Apologize for that one. I have to take my holiday somewhere, though. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you and everyone else in the stream, says Harry Pratt. Harry, thanks. Glad that you managed to join the stream. Start Hall or Aitnori and start Jackson, Rogers, or Johnson. I'd start Jackson and start Hall or Aitnori. I'd go for Hall probably. Actually, no. Do you own Isaac? If you own Isaac, I'd go for Aitnori. But otherwise, I trust Newcastle slightly more. Do you have an FPL league, and if yes, what's the code? Let me check. I do have a league. I probably should have closed the league, but it is still open. Here's the code. Let's check Twitter again. No, I don't see anything on Twitter either. Can you explain the new chip? Sure, Kevin. So basically what the new chip is that you own a manager of a Premier League team for 3 game weeks. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's as I understand it, for 3 weeks. And you can also transfer your manager to another manager. So let's say you start with Pep 1 week, go to Slot next week, that sort of thing. However, it uses your transfers, your free transfers, and it also uses your budget. So to afford a Slot, you need budget in the bank already to afford him. And then once the chip is expired or used, you'll get that budget back in your bank. So basically that's what you can do. And then there's little caveats. For example, if the manager, they get points for a win, a draw, how many goals the team scores. But if your manager beats a team that is 5 places above them, so let's just say you own Van Nistelrooy for Leicester and they beat Liverpool, then he's going to get a ton of points because obviously Leicester are pretty low and Liverpool are number 1. So there's a big gap between them. So then he'll get an extra points for that win. So there's like a few caveats there around about, but yeah. Thanks for Leah, sorry. Omar, thank you for becoming a member, fellow Liverpool supporter. I do appreciate it. Thoughts on Jesus? I do like Jesus, but it's kind of a punt option, but I think he should be okay. He's quite a streaky player, so now that he's scored a few goals, I think that he should be good. Sorry, Kylo, what did I say, brother? Do apologize if I've offended anyone. Are you saying if Leicester beat Liverpool? I don't think the season has been so much harder. We're getting used to the template team. Yeah, I think it is harder, but it's more exciting. I haven't found this season to be particularly tough, but maybe late in the season it's going to be tougher. MD10 has been a legend member for 25 months, just 1 month over the 2-year celebration. It says, enjoy the festive period, everyone. Hopefully some green arrows going into the new year. Thank you for that one. I think that one deserves a heart emoji. Thank you for that one. Do appreciate it. He said, everyone have a good festive period. Not even just me, everyone. Thank you for that one. Will Raul Jimenez start for Fulham? Let me go and check. Fulham predicted lineup. I don't see anything here. I'd probably say I think I would expect Raul Jimenez to start if I was to do a prediction, but obviously there might be some rotation. Chris, yeah, I probably agree with you. Just wait till City drop. Yeah, so that could be the case, Jason. We could use it on Pep because no way City stay losing forever. So we'll see. Gave me a bit of a shock. No worries, Kyler. Is it worth to do a -4 for Timber to Trent? No, not this week, Liam. I wouldn't do it. Can I triple captain a manager? You can. I don't think it'll get you that many points though, because you would use it in 1 week. So over the 3 weeks, I think that the manager chip might get you 20, 30 points, which is pretty good. But over 1 week, it's not that great. Thoughts on Kulusevski? Kulusevski is, I'm a main hater of Kulusevski now because since we took him out, he's been scoring every single week. But no, obviously he's a great player. Really like him as an option. You can also go for him. Spurs fixtures are okay. I do like some other options in and around there, but Kulu's a great player. I mean, he's such a baller, actually. Start Robinson or Mikalenko? Probably Robinson. Did I make a mistake bringing in Jota? James, no, I don't think you did. I think I would probably say Jota has a good chance of starting against Leicester, and that's not a mistake. If he starts against Leicester, he's going to basically guarantee you points. So I don't think it's a mistake. Omar with the super chat as well, saying thank you for your hard work every week. Happy New Year's to you, and you'll never walk alone. Thank you so much, Omar. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat and the support throughout the season. And as you're saying, hopefully it's a big year for us Liverpool fans. Michael saying Merry Christmas. Who would you bench? Pedro, Semenyo, or Mbumo? Sure, that's actually a tough one. Sure. I'd probably say you bench Semenyo there because the other two aren't penalties, Michael. Yeah, that's what I'd probably say. Start 2 of Pedro, Rogers, and Semenyo. I'd start Pedro, Semenyo, Harry. Will saying, would you start Enzo or Johnson? I guess Enzo more nailed from a minutes perspective. Yeah, probably will. There could be rotation. I've said this, like if you look at the Chelsea schedule, they always rotate European games which are on a Thursday. And what's today? Today's Thursday. So I'm a bit worried about some rotation. But I think that this might come in game week 19, which is super sad because that's Ipswich. So yeah, if it is Ipswich, that's going to be so sad because that's a great. How can I join the subs Discord, Omar? So basically, there's a link in the description. You join the Discord, then you link your YouTube account to your Discord account, and then it will join you automatically. Philippe saying, Davey, good luck. Have fun. Triple captain now 24. 24-25 because apparently now because of the schedule, it might be more 25. Adam saying, got to jump off early. I hope you have a festive Green Arrow. Have a good one. Thank you, Adam. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're going to spend it with family or friends. And thanks for joining the stream in the first place. So yeah, happy if you have to jump off. Don't worry. It's the festive period. I get you guys are a little bit busy today. So as I said, thanks for joining and for the support, Adam. I'll check Twitter once again with about 15 minutes to go. I didn't see anything here. Yeah, no early team news as of now. Do you play FPL Challenge or hits? I won't lie, I do not. Who to start, Verbruggen or Fabianski? I'd go for Fabianski, Winston. You still in Cape Town? No, I was in Hartenbos and like Mossel Bay area, Plet area. So I wasn't exactly in Cape Town, but now I'm back now. I came back Sunday evening. I was there for like a week. But yeah, great area, super nice, had a great time. The beaches were pretty decent. Can't wait for early team news to carry exactly. So we chilling at the moment, but FPL usually hates chilling, so we're probably gonna get some absolutely insane news like Salah's benched or something like that. Although I don't think we'll get Liverpool team sheet news, it's too early. Keep Flecken one more game week. Probably not. I'd say if you can jump off for free, I would do it now. I just think Brighton probably score, and I hope João Pedro scores. Yeah, Flecken's just not the best. Where you post your offline transfers, already joined the Discord. So Omar, that's for the Legend members, so you must just check your membership level. It's the top level. And if you are a Legend member, those channels will automatically populate. And then you'll know because you'll see there's a team selection channel under the YouTube members. The beach is so nice that you have to do a how exactly you have to do it. I did Saka plus Cunha to Son Isaac for -4. Should I do Greaves to Munas for another -4 and start Munas or just start Aina? I just thought Aina. Defensively, taking a -4 for defender never really works. What you're saying is that the player you're taking out is going to blank and the player you bring in is a clean sheet, which, yes, that could happen, but the likelihood is sometimes not great defensively. So I would just keep it till next week and then just kind of buy Munoz for Southampton. Andy Hutch is saying, Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you had a good one so far. Loving this chilled Boxing Day vibe. Good luck all. Thank you, Andy. Do appreciate it. Hopefully you had a great Christmas period as well. Who would you get as a Flecken replacement? I'd say it would probably be Alisson if you can afford him, just because Liverpool have a double game week coming up. Otherwise, Ray is okay, but I would prioritize Alisson over him. And if you want to go cheaper, Henderson has good fixtures coming up. Should I play Robinson or Van Hecker? I'd probably say Van Hecker. So Robinson offers attacking threat, but Van Hecker has high clean sheet. Triple Captain Salah, please answer me. Mohammed, I've kind of answered this question a lot this stream. It's, although the potential is super high this week, I would back it more in a double game week, and you're going to get one in 24-25. So you've been blessed with a double because of a postponement, so I would take advantage of it. And I'm super jelly if you guys do. Rodgers or Semenyo to start? I'd go for Semenyo. Cliver to Martinelli, that looks okay. Obviously, Semenyo has Crystal Palace this week, and I think Everton in game week 20, so you could always just keep Cliver till then, but I think Martinelli has the upside with that Ipswich game. Who would you start between Strand Larsen or Rodgers? Probably Rodgers out of those two. So between Cunha and Rodgers, I'd go for Cunha, but between Strand Larsen and Rodgers, I'd go for Rodgers. João Pedro or Wood? I'd go for João Pedro. Saka and Pedro to Diaz and Havertz. Those moves look good. I'd say maybe Saint Jesus over Havertz, just more of a punt. Odegaard's value is much better considering. Yes, exactly. So that's the thing, is like both Bruno and Odegaard are on set pieces, penalties, guaranteed for minutes. It just depends on which asset you want, basically. And I think Odegaard's also great, but I think Bruno might be more of a talisman for United. That's why I went for him, because I want him more for the medium term. If you only want Odegaard for 3 weeks, I think I'd go for him, but chances are you probably will take him to Bruno 21 anyways. Ola versus Leaky Spurs or Lewis Hall versus Villa? It's tough. I think both lose the clean sheet, if I'm honest with you. And therefore it's who's more attacking. Maybe Lewis Hall between them, but I mean, I don't know. Between those two, as I said, I think both concede. So it's literally a toss-up. I think this is what you use projected goals. So let's say Nottingham Forest have a 19% chance. Hall has 27. So go for Lewis Hall. They have a higher chance of a clean sheet. Oh, let me actually post the team. Sorry. I forgot to post the team, so let me just post it quickly. Thank you, Ross, if you're in the chat, because you reminded me by liking the previous week's stream. Evan Nielsen out for Visa. No, I think I would just keep Evan Nielsen. Give us some hot takes for this week. Oof. Jackson Hattie. Let's. No, that's not a hot take. Start Aina over Castagna then. Yeah, I would probably go for Aina over Castagna. Mikalenko or Robinson? I'd go for Robinson. Bench Colwell or João Pedro? I'd bench Colwell. I always like to play the attacker, Ole. Bench one of Luis Castagna and Harwood Bellis. Definitely Harwood Bellis. I don't trust Southampton's defense. Okay, let's check any early team sheet news here. Yeah, as of now, no early team sheet news. Is there anyone not captaining Salah this week? Worried about an early kickoff upset. Haaland might actually return. Haaland returning, if Haaland returning is an upset, it just proves like how crazy the season's been. But yeah, I'd probably say I'm scared of Haaland this week, but his ownership is so low, so even if he scores, it's okay. When do you think Cunha will get banned? I think probably game week 20, game week 21. Well, Fabianski or Flecken to start? Fabianski. Hi Dave, I brought Odegaard instead of Bruno. I don't really have confidence in Ode though. Tarang, that's a fine move. I think between them it was super close. I mean, in terms of this week, Odegaard should outscore Bruno because it's a better fixture. Haaland will return next week, not against this Dyche defense. So the thing, I get the Dyche defense, but if Jackson scored that chance in like the early first half, if Jackson just was better at finishing, Chelsea would have been 2-0 up in the first half, and then they would have gone on to score more goals. So I don't think the Everton defense is as good as paper is saying. Palmer is due, says Tony. Yeah, I'm hoping Jackson's due as well. Hey Davey, triple captain Salah, good idea. Melvin, this week it's okay. I think I would hold it for the double though. I benched Mikalenko versus Arsenal, Chelsea, Wolves, and then he's got all those points. So, I mean, actually, now that you say that, they have get some clean sheets and some good teams. Kirkes or Robinson to start? I'd go for Kirkes, Islam. I'm captaining Anthony this week. Okay, Callum. Are you still on the Christmas eggnog? Because you might want to hand your team over, brother. Thoughts on bench boosting this week with Fabianski, Joe Gomez, Shuchek, and Kirkes. Love the vids. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad bench boost. It's not a bad bench boost, Rory, but I think I might keep it for the doubles coming up. I benched 29 points last week, Aina and Rogers. So you should have used the bench boost last week, FPL. If you know the Christmas tree, you wouldn't captain Salah, says Tony. Yeah. Let's see if that is actually the curse. Rico Lewis or Robinson, I've Palmer and Nkunku. I'd start Rico Lewis going to one. If you don't get any early teams to use, I'd play Lewis. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any early teams to use. Siddharth, are you able to reply? Yeah, let me check for you, Siddharth, there. Okay, the same team as you, except Raya for Allison, Dalot for Timber, Bruno for Martelli. Would you make any changes? No, your team actually looks better than mine, to be honest. Siddharth. So don't make any changes. Your team looks better than mine. Derichi says this dark members star is so irritating. I can't even see my own star. Sorry, Derichi13. I thought it looks cool, but I can change it if you want to. Would you start Mazraoui over Lewis? No, I'd go for Lewis. Well, team Palmer captain is, yes, Salah is over, man. So you're really backing the Christmas tree, eh? No worries, Sadar. Thanks for the reminder about your comments. Sorry, I missed it initially. Would you punt Pedro for Jesus as a luxury move? Yeah, I think it's a luxury move, especially with the Brentford game. Colwell or Hall? I'd go for Colwell. Ahmad or Rogers? This is one of those I would use the projected goals, and Ahmad is better. Bench Enzo or Raul Jimenez? I'd bench Enzo. Got punished last week for captaining Palmer, 1st to 5th in my league. Mark, yeah, that's pretty brutal, to be honest. Last week was a pretty hectic week for Salah. Initially, I was just looking at Palmer captain, so I get where you're coming from. Thoughts on KDB? He's a great player, but at the moment, I don't know. Yes, please. In dark mode, it looks like a gap in my name. Or Derichi, what's just going to happen is I must check. Actually, let me check because if this is like a 3-year badge, then yeah, I'll change it. But if it's like a 3-year and 1 month, and then next month you get a different badge, but yeah, I'll change it for you, Derichi. I'll make a note of it. Just keep on reminding me. Bench Rogers or Cunha? I'd bench Rogers and I'd play Cunha. I think City assets are going to bang this week as well. I mean, there's a good chance of it. We do have 1 minute left. Let's see if we get anything else. No early teams news. So we are going to be ending with no early teams news and 50 seconds left. So get your questions in. I'll do a quick fire round for the last like 40 seconds. Okay, Saar or Semenyo to start? I'd go for Semenyo. Bench 1, Saar, Enzo or Semenyo? I'd bench Enzo. Fabianski or Verbruggen? I'd play Fabianski. Bench 1, Visa, Iwobi or Rogers? Good luck this week. I'd bench Iwobi. Connor saying at. Okay, Vipin, any team news? No. Cunha or Ahmad? I go for Cunha. Semenyo or João Pedro start? Yes, that's tight. I'd probably say João Pedro still. Start the lot or Cunha? I'd always go for the attacker, so I go for Cunha. Davey or FPL? Definitely Davey. Who do bench between Semenyo, Enzo or Rogers? I would say Rogers slightly, Phoenix. Enzo or Robinson? I go for the attacker, so I go for Enzo. Aina or Hall to start? We looked at the odds and Hall looked better. Enzo, Rogers, Enzo. Lewis or Castagne, Lewis. Bench Enzo or Raul. I'd bench Enzo. And that is TUPD time. Unfortunately, guys. Francois said, what is TUPD? it's just lifestyle, you know. It's just saying that the time is up. Time is up. The deadline is going to be here. I had Saka captain when Palmer captain last time that I follow my gut, says Sammy. Who'd you captain this week? Hopefully it was Salah, because I think he's going to bang. Have a nice day and hope Slot ends Salah's curse. We can't stay sane with another like exactly, Omar. Hopefully. That's what I want for Christmas. There's a green arrow and a Liverpool dub. But guys, that is going to be the end of play golf or go to the beach, says Henry. Definitely go to the beach. Turang, you haven't told him what the PD. So yeah, Christmas, pants down time. Christmas is up. Exactly, says Jim. But guys, I'm going to let you get back to your Boxing Day. Hopefully you have a great day. I'll see you guys for Game Week 19's content. Today's going to be an absolute bang. I'll check you guys over on Twitter as well as Discord. So join those two channels. And otherwise, have a great day and may the green arrows be in your favor. I'll be see you guys shortly, but for the time being, I'll be signing off. It's been Davey FPL and I'm out. Cheers. Bye.